All right. I think we're gonna call this meeting to order. It is 6:33 p.m. This meeting, it's so silly, I have to look this up. This meeting is being recorded by the Community Relations Committee. If any other persons present are doing the same, you must notify the chairperson at this time. You're probably not recording. Okay, we'll do a roll call of members. Counselor Brown here, Counselor Bolduc informed me that they would be absent. Um, Counselor Citizen Alves,
Here.
Counselor Minhas, not here. Counselor Dillamith,
Here.
all right. So we have a quorum. Next is public comment, and we don't have any members of the public present, so we will skip that for now, but if anyone joins, we'll go back. And then motions, we don't have any. No motions are reasonably anticipated right now. So we just have, oh, sorry, I skipped approval of minutes. So we have, is there a motion to approve the minutes from March 16th, April 27th, May 18th, and June 15th?
So moved.
Oh, great.
Second.
Thank you. All right, so I will make some small, tiny amendments. And thank you again, Tammy, whenever you watch this recording, we really appreciate your notes. Just some minor ones on page 3. It says transgender and gender identity ordinance resolution. Probably the G could be capital just to be, this is from March 16th. The G could be capital just to be whatever, keeping with the rest of the clause. And then on page 12 of the packet, 12 of the packet, which is from, sorry, what date is this? May 18th. It says rent control at the bottom. Rent control could be a tool to prevent anti-displacement. So that we can just cross out the anti. So it's rent control could be a tool to prevent displacement. And then on page 14, the minutes from June 15th, when it says Counselor Citizen Alves spoke to Zach, no last name provided, in brackets, you can add in the last name, which is PodhoVzer. Is that a HOVZER?
Probably, I don't think so.
Okay, sorry, hold
It's
on.
it's a Z.
That's
Yeah, I'll say it. Podhorzer.
POZ?
Pod.
POD.
What did I say?
You said POD. That's okay. So POD.
Podhorzer.
Okay, great. And
Pod who's
Horser. Cool. I think that's all I had. Does anyone have other amendments? Thank you. And then so we can, I forget, now we motion to approve the amendment and then second that.
So moved. Second.
Okay, all in favor on the amendment? And then now on the main motion, you already motioned to approve that and you seconded, so all in favor. We are all in favor. That's so cool. All right. Now we go back. So now we just have our discussion topics. Precinct meetings. Do you want to take it away on that one?
Yeah, so last time we talked about starting to plan for the precinct meetings. So we initially thought we would have 2 meetings because it's getting late in the year, and also this is an investment of time on everyone's part, including the mayor and the superintendent, who are supposed to be there for each meeting. So for example, instead of having 1 meeting for every precinct, we thought it would just make sense to do 2. However, when we ran that by the clerks, they pointed out that quorum becomes an issue. So we realized, I think 3 was the minimum that we would need to be able to avoid having quorum in any of those meetings and violating open meeting law.
Yeah, like we were paying attention to
Mhm.
quorum in terms of full council, like
Mhm.
not having more than six, but we weren't thinking about it with like First Franklin precincts accidentally has like an EDC quorum. So
Mhm.
technically, if a question came up about zoning, then
Mhm.
they can't do that. But
So we were able to identify two dates with the mayor and the superintendent.
can you remind me if you have that handy? I can also like look, but
Yeah, let me look that up. They were both in October. They were both Thursday evenings at the John Zahn
I
Center.
feel like it was, yeah, 22nd,
Yes.
29th, 17th or something. I don't know, just throwing random dates, something around there. It was a teen and a late and a 20s. It was
Uh, Apologies. Let me look for this.
It's also okay if it's too hard to find, but so they're
Okay, there we go.
2 weeks apart.
Okay, found this. Now let's see. All right, so Tammy booked the John Zahn Center for Thursday, October 15th,
Mm-hmm.
6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thursday, October 29th at the John Zahn Center, same time.
Cool.
Then when we tried to add a third meeting, we thought about making it on a Saturday morning to mix up the times a little bit. However, the mayor is not available to make any Saturday meetings in the month of October.
Oh, okay.
So
Mhm.
we left it at that in terms of figuring out dates. Also, we had thought about having the meeting in the library, in the community room. Tammy pointed out that there's no hybrid ability in those rooms. So I think we
the
do
library
want
meeting room is.
Yeah, it
no
does not
hybrid.
have-
Oh,
video. So
That's too bad.
that is
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
because and it seems like these should be hybrid for maximum accessibility. So I
Yeah.
think the John Zahn Center is our
That's bad.
option.
What about having one in November? Is that a possibility?
We could look into it. I think we
Saturday
were,
in November.
yeah, and I'm not sure if the mayor might just not be available
Saturdays.
anytime.
Mhm.
I'm not sure about that. The mayor can also send a representative, so.
Mhm.
Probably Aaron.
Yeah. So that it could also be a possibility. And then I did not hear back from the superintendent about her Saturday availability,
Oh,
so
okay.
she can also send a delegate.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, Saturday morning's like kind of a big ask, I guess, but so is meeting. I don't know, anytime's a big ask. I'm like, whatever they want to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does seem nice to provide a mix of options.
I agree.
Because there could be folks who just can't make it to any evenings.
But aren't these different precincts?
But we were
For
thinking,
Zoom?
I was thinking we could do all the at-large on the Saturday, so that way if someone wanted to like double dip and go to a
Oh.
Thursday evening, they could also
Okay.
go to the Saturday. If they like love.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
And does that work for quorum? To-
think so,
to
because
sort out
the
Yeah.
four of, oh shoot, no. Because I guess me, Wahab, and I mean, whatever,
We're on,
counselors.
we're on.
The
this
three of us
committee.
are CR.
Yeah, I.
So I guess it
almost
doesn't
feel
work.
like it makes sense to have, for us to try and go either to all of them or as many as we can and just not, and because I mean, who's gonna go to the at-large meeting and not the precinct? I don't
That's
know,
true.
it's just, like, I think asking, it seems like a big ask for people to attend more than one of these.
Yeah.
And everybody lives in a precinct.
Yeah. So I have a question. I don't understand open meetings law too specifically, but because these will be public meetings that will be recorded and open to the public, does it matter that we have a quorum? Because isn't open meetings law about having a quorum when there's no when there's no members of the public present. And so,
Wait, that's a brilliant question. I'm like, wait, is this even?
so yeah, like, do we need to worry about
Cause it's
having
it's gonna-
quorum because it's open to the public and it'll be recorded and
This feels like
Well,
a
will
brain
it be
teaser.
recorded? Will
Yeah,
it be
because-
recorded.
Because,
it'll be hybrid.
It'll
So
be hybrid.
we could, I'm
So you
sure we
can
could record it.
no,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like, wouldn't that satisfy open meeting law? I guess the agenda would need to be posted 48 hours in advance. So I think if it's Q&A and it's more free form, then maybe
Mhm.
that's the part that
so-
breaks open
oh.
meeting law or something. If it's like responding to audience members and it's unplanned or something. I don't
was
know.
that, so Kathy or Tammy,
They flagged it as an
Flagged.
issue.
yeah, they know the rules well.
Yeah, I mean, we can
Yeah.
always check in with
Yeah.
State Ethics Commission because they also, jumping ahead to the committee fair, flagged that that one might have some
Oh,
issues because legislative branch is not supposed to be involved in soliciting, recruiting appointees for committees
Oh.
because it's like mayoral appointees. So we don't want to look like we're showing improper favor to anyone.
That's why
Oh,
why
gosh.
it's not. It's
yeah.
That's why, I mean,
Terrible.
Sarah's original intention was correct. But we can, but there's probably ways to like thread the needle on that, like co-hosted with the mayor's office or even officially them on the banner hosting it and us just like
Sure.
having. So, but I think Sarah was gonna reach out to the State Ethics Commission on committee fair
Oh,
anyway.
she
So
could-
like,
Mhm.
or maybe I'll even do it if Sarah hasn't yet, but we could just also maybe ask on this precinct meeting question. Cause I feel like it's good to understand open meeting law is so
Yeah.
cumbersome for
Yeah.
collaboration. I get
Mhm.
the spirit of it, but it feels like it's hard for me.
yeah.
It's true. It might have something to do with the open-endedness.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know,
I know
I'm
that-
guessing.
Yeah, I talked to Kathy about this a bit. And seems like there is an issue there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I feel like we should probably work on a third date just to,
sure.
you know,
Okay.
shore up our options. I mean, I can like, unless someone wants to call like tomorrow and then we can avoid it, but
Mhm.
the other option is for consistency. I guess when we're marketing it, we can say like these precincts, however, these precinct issues will be highlighted. However, at-large counselors will also be there and you're welcome to attend any, even if it's not your official. Maybe we can say something about like open to all, even if it's
Yeah.
not like your
Your
precinct.
precinct, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, so a third date, a weekend time could be good, but
Yeah. In that case too, if it's open, then yeah, spreading the at-large throughout the meetings makes more sense because then even if your precinct is represented, your at-large counselors
Right.
will still be there.
Right. Precinct issues are, I guess, less our issues, but they're sort of everything's sort of our issues.
Yeah.
And anything could come up, so.
so we'll do it as like precincts 1, 2, 3, precincts 4, 5, 6, precincts 7, 8, 9 or something. Just
Yeah.
like, and then at large can just show up to any and all,
Mhm.
maybe, as long as we just have to like double check that like who can't show up. Because if it's like Rachel for 1, 2, 3,
Right.
then it's like
That's
Rachel,
really
Catherine, you, then we can't have John Garrett because then that would be EDC.
Right.
So we'll just need to like tell some at larges, like you can go to any, but not that one.
Oh, Catherine's not EDC, but John Bottomley is, so it couldn't be 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Mm.
So, yeah, but
yeah, we'll
same,
like,
same idea.
we'll have
but
to
yeah.
plan like
Which one?
Yeah.
which ones you can't go to, but they probably at large could probably go to like most, or like 2 or 3 or whatever.
Mhm.
And also, just who is available for what. So if,
Sure.
yeah, because some folks might be out of town for one of those weeks.
Yeah.
Did anyone do the doodle poll? I did it.
A couple people did.
I did it.
Yeah. I haven't looked at it in a little bit, but
I'll do it.
It's
But I
okay.
can come. I'm available. those
You don't even
days.
know. Yeah. That's great.
If if I put it in now.
Yeah, no, totally. It's far enough away. All right. So maybe the next task is the follow-up tasks from this are open meeting law, state ethics. Just to do our research.
Mhm. You feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah, either me or Sarah, I'll ask if she hasn't yet. And then the second one would be she's getting a third date, I guess, going at John's on.
Mhm.
And how were those determined, the first two dates?
The first 2 dates, we looked at calendars to see which evenings were free of other city meetings. So
Oh,
that
yeah,
the mayor
very
could
few.
attend and no one would be in a committee meeting.
Yeah.
And then we also were looking at dates where the facilities were available. So,
Kind of constrained.
yeah, although Tammy did put together a list of dates that the Johns on Central was not available. So there were other non-Thursday dates that we could look at. I don't think I cross-checked them with other
Mechanism.
city commission meetings.
Mm.
So, but yeah, there might be, I guess the next step would be to go back to that list, come up with a list of evenings, evenings that seem like they could be options, and then,
Asking mayor and superintendent.
yeah, for those dates, what would work for them.
Do you feel
So I can do
good
that.
about doing that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this comms. All right. And then I feel like the other thing about this coming up is that we can then let Jonathan know and offer to make a flyer, or if he wants to make a flyer, or if he wants us to like make a little video, because he said that
Oh,
people love, what do you call it? Like vertical video content.
Like TikTok?
Yeah, but I guess just on Instagram. So maybe just, I feel like the follow-up once the stuff is like locked and then
Promotion.
yeah.
promo with Jonathan and how, like what we can do or how he wants us to do it, or yeah. He did send the style guide stuff with like the colors,
Oh,
so I could find that email again. But yeah, maybe flyer plus video or something.
yeah.
But we got a little bit of time. I mean, it's gonna come up, but like if now is,
Yeah, it's coming, yeah.
I guess that's not that much time. Yeah, we should probably do this before next meeting.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Just to make sure that the counselor schedules don't get.
Yeah. Maisie, you
Yeah.
are an artiste.
Oh, you want me to make a little flyer? Well, but
Do you
we
want-
need to invite Jonathan first, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. But if you wanted to like ask if you want to be on like talking,
Talking to Jonathan about the,
Yeah.
all right. fine.
that's great.
Yeah,
You're
I can do
you're
that.
on graphics.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you. That would be so cool to have like actual.
And that can happen now.
I think so. Yeah, because we know 2 of the 3 dates, and the third is just we'll add that in.
Mhm. Makes sense.
Cool. All right. Are there other things that we should think about? I guess we wanted to think about free food, and um they didn't respond. We were like, oh, do you have any discretionary funds?
Yeah.
Ignore that part of the email.
Oh, it would be nice to like have pizza or something.
Totally.
Like that.
Yeah.
Could that be in a?
Would the clerk know if the mayor's office is restrictions, or would that be a question for Erin?
Yeah, or I'm like, if you're following up with dates, could you maybe just ask that question
Oh,
again?
Probably not.
Yeah, or, I mean, the other option is if a local business wants to do. Hey, Mayor.
Oh.
Oh, that's okay.
Still having a meeting,
We're-
thank you for serving.
I was gonna say, she wasn't on the phone, we could have asked her.
I know, I was like,
Discretionary funds.
I wish.
Um. Well,
So we want to figure out food and bevies and costs.
And you were saying that maybe a business would want to
Yeah,
donate?
discount or donate.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's realistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or even if it's not the direct food business that's donating, even if it's like Greenfield Savings Bank donates the funds for Magpie. Like, you know, it's like
Mhm, mhm,
some
Mhm.
business, like some
mhm.
Yeah.
a little business. Mm. Well,
I can bottom line that.
really?
Well, sure, I don't know, somebody has to.
Sorry, great. Sorry. Great.
Yay, thank you, Maisie.
The problem. So, but that means talking to the clerk, seeing if there's discretionary funds,
Yeah,
and then figuring it out from there.
yeah. I feel like the mayor has discretionary and the clerk doesn't really.
Okay.
But maybe if you want to also mention it in that email when you're like, oh, do any of these other dates work?
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
But also,
Okay.
yeah, but then probably they're gonna
Then-
say no, and then.
Okay.
you wanna like start
Then-
asking.
Then pass it to me.
Okay.
That sounds good. What else to think about with precinct meetings? Promotions, the actual event. I guess we should think about the agenda.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
so agenda. What I actually got tripped up on that email thread with
Oh, right.
Kathy because I was like, oh, we won't be breaking open meeting law, it'll just be Q&A. And she was like, no, you should stick to what the precinct meeting ordinance says. I was like, wait, whoops. I didn't even reference it.
Is there, I haven't looked at the ordinance.
I know, I like can't remember off the top of my head.
See.
Because I thought it was going to be more like civics 101, how things work. But then that's not what the ordinance says.
So, okay, precinct meetings. Oh, wait, that's the.
And this
old-
hasn't been happening, is that true? Okay.
Yeah.
But it's, there's an ordinance for it.
And it's like the new rebooted ordinance
Yeah,
that's like
that's right.
the draft that's linked, not the E-code.
Yes, okay, so looking at the updated one. Da-da-da. What does it say? For the purpose of hearing community concerns and communicating executive and legislative policy and initiatives through a panel. That's what it says.
Hmm.
Executive and legislative policy initiatives.
Yeah,
And hearing
policy and initiatives through a panel.
Panel of us?
Sorry, of the composition of the panel. The panel listening and answering questions should consist of the following: precinct counselors, 1 to 4 at-large counselors is available, any relevant city department members, superintendent of schools and designee, and a school committee representative.
Yeah.
And the clerk invites the chairs of every multiple member body of the city of Greenfield who can come if they want or send a designee.
Wow,
That's
What
what
a
the new
panel.
one says?
Mhm.
Wait.
that's a serious panel.
That's like,
Yeah.
need a long table for that. So, wait, are you sure we passed that? That seems like.
Mhm.
Oops, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking like now we wrote that I guess we already passed it, but I'm like, I thought it was gonna be like more casual, like folks can introduce themselves. I feel like we should have some casual human elements too. Like, I even wish it could just be more conversational, like,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but I guess it
Well-
could be. If we run it, we can figure out.
Yeah, it seems like introductions make sense.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have intros, just like why public service, maybe. I don't know.
Like
What-
we all say that?
I don't know. What's a good intro?
I
Like
don't
something
know.
that's way too interviewing.
Well, it's also just like kind of a lot of people.
Is it gonna
be
be
like-
a lot? I thought it was
well,
gonna be
the
just like
pan-
5,
Well, so there'll
7.
be,
Yeah, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, you're right. That's too
Yeah.
much. That's too much. Nix.
Okay.
Okay. Intros.
Ish, is that what, how many is
I
that?
think so. So we're saying there's probably going to be 3 precincts per meeting. Plus probably one, at least one at large.
2 at
one or
large.
2. And then the mayor, the superintendent of schools, or their designee, and a school committee representative. Plus any relevant city department members, but that's up in the
Uh-huh.
air. So at least,
8
yeah.
or 7, at least 7.
Mhm. And I think the part about the chairs of every multiple member body, I think that's just they can come and attend. I don't think they have to be on the panel.
Yeah, because
Because that's a separate sentence. in
Yeah,
that
okay,
section.
oh, good, okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all of our agendas get sent out to department heads and I don't know, I feel like
Yeah.
that's seems more standard anyway.
Mhm.
Okay, so intros. So it's intros, community concerns, and then policy.
And communicating executive and legislative policy and initiatives.
So that's like things that the counselor is working on currently.
I think so.
Uh-huh.
That feels like kind of a,
There could be a lot
Yeah.
of.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I bet like all the people that would come to this meeting probably like
they know.
they know.
Yeah.
They know. They really read the
Yeah.
recorder
I'm
and
probably
stuff.
not gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, we could read this for the purpose of hearing community concerns and communicating executive and legislative policy initiatives. So the primary purpose seems to be hearing community concerns, and maybe
Totally.
this means that in response, the
Mhm.
panel can communicate those
Yeah,
policy and initiatives. So the main focus should be hearing community concerns.
I
So I
agree.
think it makes
Mhm.
sense that it's basically, this is an open Q&A
Yeah. Mhm.
session
And
for members of the public to.
right. I mean, it's Q&A,
and who's
Then-
facilitating?
maybe the precinct.
I think
Such panel shall be run by a designee of the Community Relations Committee, so we get to decide.
That's funny. Maybe one of the precinct counselors or all 3 of them.
yeah,
I
we
don't
could,
know if that's too many
Mhm.
facilitators.
we
but-
could, yeah, we could tap or ask one of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like it's too many. I feel like we should have like one.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so we'll just see meeting by meeting who wants to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some people like facilitating.
That's right.
I don't want to facilitate if it's like, I don't want to facilitate.
You don't have to. 'cause
No, I'm
you're
saying like
athletic.
if people if the crowd gets angry, then I don't want to be
Sure.
facilitating.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if it's facilitating you all, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if it's like, then that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we can always come back to thinking about the agenda. That's probably just seems reasonable enough for now. Just
Mhm.
Q&A.
An answer, or also, I mean, voicing concerns isn't quite Q&A.
No.
That's
Yeah.
hearing people's concerns.
Right.
Mhm.
And
I love it.
yeah,
I love a breakout group. I feel like
I know.
that would be good because then things are more mingly and conversational. So if it could be like, and I feel like just an hour-long slog of like, this is going wrong in the city, what are you doing about it? Like that would be too much. But if it's like things are more smaller, bite-sized actionable. So even if it was
Yeah.
like different tables of like this topic, or interest areas.
Is that going to be a problem for access?
Oh, there could be one of the breakouts could be just the people virtually.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just wondering, because Kathy wanted to stick really closely to
Right.
and it doesn't say anything here about breaking out and having like individual discussions. It sounds like, it does say the panel listening and answering questions.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so it sounds like this is intended as the panel, we're all here, the public can come and share their concerns, which could include questions, and then the panel will respond. Like
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like the bare minimum purpose is.
totally.
Okay.
So.
But I don't
Yeah.
read it as like not allowed. I think of it as like supplementary, but we should ask Kathy.
Okay.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like even when we were rewriting this ordinance, that was already my issue with it. I was like, why go to another thing where
Yeah, it could, this
Like-
is,
Mhm.
people with power are on one side and people in the audience are on the other side? Like, why make more stifling environments like that? Like,
Mhm.
why make,
Yeah.
Totally.
like, the whole point would be to not, would be more,
Mhm.
whatever, actual dialogue. So, yeah, I think there could,
Yeah.
my ideal would be like panel plus, like, I feel like the noise ordinance forum, I think that was really well facilitated. I don't know if anyone went to that, but they had
watched
like
it.
breakout groups and a panel.
Mhm.
They had some preloaded questions for folks. I think I really thought that event was like really well done, and then they had the breakout groups report back.
Mhm.
And take notes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
um,
but maybe that's something to check with Kathy because I feel like, yeah,
Mhm.
I would support that being, that I agree with you, Sarah,
Yeah.
that it's like, it's a way more generative way to run a meeting. And there's also like public comment.
yeah.
So just like, you know,
We don't need
we
more.
don't need to
Yeah.
just keep, do another public comment another place.
Okay, yeah, well, now I'm thinking, maybe this is why it's the open meetings thing, because it's not like a person makes a specific comment. Because it seems like we could organize this even as like the panel could be sitting at different tables, and as the public comes in, they could sit down at a table and have a one-on-one conversation with someone.
Oh, I love that. I think that would be a good other, like it could be like, oh, okay, if you come early or you stay late, we could put that on either the
Mhm.
first block or the last block or both. I mean, last block, it's already naturally happens where it's
Mhm.
like people just chat with who they want. So we don't
Yeah.
like officially schedule it. But
Mhm.
for the first
Oh.
block, it could be like, oh, first half hour is just like,
Official group.
yeah, just like snacks and,
Oh,
or yeah, or
And
yeah, like you can,
Conversation.
yeah, like
Like-
yeah, we'll have folks sit in. I feel like we had
Okay.
that when we had the counselor candidates and just anyone running. We had a meeting at the library that the League of Women Voters hosted where
mhm.
candidates were on one side and it was just like you can just chat with whoever you want to.
Mhm.
And I thought that was nice. It wasn't that well attended, but it was a good
Mhm.
experience and kind of
Mhm.
so yeah, so maybe that's like this, so maybe some sort of, I don't know what to call that, but just like that's like tables by person or something.
Yeah, or I wonder if we could start out with the panel and then I guess have audience questions for like the first hour. And then say for the first hour, that's the structure. And then for the second hour, even like counselors can just stand at different parts of the room and people can walk around
Yeah,
and talk like that.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's pretty obvious that like if you want to talk about school issues, like go to
Right,
the
yeah.
superintendent and the school committee
yeah.
representative. Like they're obviously going to be handling
Mhm.
that education side, and the mayor is handling the executive branch
Yeah.
department duties. Like I feel like it's already sort of, and then council
Mhm.
is handling legislative, like
Yeah.
the branches that we want.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I don't know. So it could just be that way. Education. I mean, it could be education, executive, legislative zones,
Mhm.
but those
Yeah.
are still pretty big breakouts. So, or that's still pretty
Mhm.
like not that small. What?
I'm just thinking about
This is
what,
also,
yeah.
We can also, this might even be something to like percolate on. Like, I feel like we might not have divine inspiration in this moment, but
Mhm.
I feel like at least it's good to start thinking about the flow of the
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah. It could be good to know, like as soon as possible, just around like how much flexibility there is
Yeah.
with the agenda, if you're already gonna email the clerk just is like, would breakout groups be permitted?
Okay.
Wait, are you emailing the clerk? Maybe you're emailing the clerk.
Am I am?
All right, this,
I'm emailing Jonathan.
and maybe food and beverages, but that's not, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Because I was gonna email the mayor and the superintendent
Oh.
with the clerk CC'd.
Okay, got
Um,
it.
So it would be a separate email, I think,
Yeah,
to
it
the
would be.
clerks about the,
Flexibility.
but I
of-
can-
Flexibility, yeah.
I can do that.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. Maybe that's a good starting spot.
Yeah,
Because then next
Yeah.
month we can really dial it in and we still have like a month in advance.
yeah.
So leave it at that. Yeah. Committee fair, we can't really talk about it without
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
counselor, our fellow counselor.
Mhm.
But the main update was just that, gotta think about that we're not, open meeting law stuff
Mhm.
and or executive, legislative separate.
Mhm.
So TBD on that. So maybe skip that one for now.
yeah,
Youth internship, you said that was a good one to pause or something. You forget who said that.
Yeah, Jonathan is doing some major updates to the website. And he hopes to be done with that by the fall. He's in like a crunch time right now, and so he thought it was a good idea,
Great.
and but he needs some extra time.
Cool.
So I think come September, October, maybe I can check back with him.
Yeah, maybe we can invite him to another meeting
Yeah,
because he seemed open to attending. That was
yeah,
really
that's
nice.
right. I mean, also Zach from Mass Hire said
Good, yeah.
he would be happy to come. I don't know, he would be happy to talk with any member of the city
Great.
to discuss.
Great. I would love to make some progress on this before this committee dissolves. I'm like, as long as we get something, some momentum on anything that hopefully is like durable enough that even if it's not us five, I'm sure it won't be us five.
So we can pass along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be like a good goal. Like, we're not going to get an internship going, but like, yeah, at least make those connections with you,
Mhm.
Jonathan.
Yeah, my understanding is that this is like a rolling.
Yeah.
Like the way that Mass Hire does it is not by like semester or anything, and so it
Oh,
could
cool.
start at any time.
Amazing. Anything else on youth internship? The civic engagement and communications, including handbook. One update is that Tammy mentioned that I asked for the council meeting minutes to be in a Google Drive folder because then you can search it, which was really
Oh.
nice instead of making like all these records requests.
Mhm.
And then also the way it's currently uploaded on the website, you have to like click through each document and then like
Oh,
figure out and whatever. You're like, it's so hard to figure out anything.
Mhm.
So that is so nice. They said that they're working on that back to 2015.
oh, wow.
So that would be really good. I wasn't entirely clear if that was going to be, originally they told me that they would do that for counselors, but not for the public. But then
Okay.
when I just got the email, they said they would do that up on the website. So I'm like,
Oh.
Or just the Google Drive will be on the website for
on the city
anyone
website.
to.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be view only, obviously, not like.
That's really great.
Yeah, I think that's some good progress.
Yeah,
Accessible,
Totally.
accessible.
yeah, great.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was the other request that I had asked was the auto, this is more our counselor internal stuff, but it feels related, like, which is the auto forwarding for emails. Oh, and the other thing is the addresses. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
That's huge.
So now our addresses are off the city website.
Oh, okay.
Praise be.
Praise be. I've talked to multiple people who said they wouldn't run for something because they didn't want their address.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I still see that the column is still there, So I
Oh.
feel like there's probably some follow-up to like get rid of that column.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jonathan will notice that but I can also mention it if I remember.
Yeah.
And also I'm like, now that that column is gone, can that be where, because he was saying like something about the HTML, like they can't add in another formatting to add in photos because there's not enough columns. I'm like, can that column now be for the photos or like, is
That was the reason why I thought it was because it was too much work.
I think it was twofold.
Yeah.
It was like setting it up is even like a tech hurdle and
I
then
see.
continuously updating it would be annoying for them.
Mhm.
Interesting.
I mean, that one's not super important, but I'm happy the addresses are gone.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was like the auto forwarding of emails. Which is not necessarily public facing, but it would make our lives easier because then if we want to respond to a constituent, instead of like copying and pasting their email, you can just reply to the email.
I'm not sure I understand the auto.
So right now, Tammy manually forwards each email and forwards all the newsletters as well. So this is now saying we should get a list of all the newsletters we want to subscribe. We might want to subscribe to. We would subscribe ourselves, and we would and you would do a setting like I forget, distribution list on Gmail where then if someone emails like city council email, it just goes to everyone. You'd have to flag whatever. There's automatic spam filters. So that would make things a little bit easier because then you could put things in folders better and save contacts. Because right now you can't save any contacts. You basically can't use like the normal Gmail functions. The way it's set up, you can't even really have like an auto response message because then it would go to Tammy back. An auto reply if you're like away, it goes to Tammy instead of the person. So I think this auto forwarding is like what other councils do, and it will really be just like a nice modernizing thing.
Yeah, other counselors have mentioned that this is a challenge because everything in our inbox is from Tammy. And so there's no way to really easily, like, oh, if this particular constituent emailed me, there's no way to search for that.
Yeah.
Because when we get it, it's from Tammy.
Sounds like a very good thing.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I was supposed to like nudge Kathy on that. It's been on her radar as well for a few months, but she want to get through budget season. But I think everybody knows. I think it's just like everyone's just like doing things.
Just a matter
of time doing things when we can.
Yeah.
Well, it'll save Tammy time.
I
too.
know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I hope so. And then I have like some random pet projects on accessibility. So another one is that I was like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if when you're attending a meeting virtually, there was like the little owl. I don't know if you've ever used that. Some places have that, like some libraries have it where it's like a little like camera video in the middle and then it like goes to the speaker at the meeting. So it's kind of just makes a meeting more interesting to watch virtually, or you're more like in it. And then I asked Fernando about that because someone mentioned that we need to do some upgrades because of ADA compliance stuff. I don't remember what it was exactly, but something about like contrasting like right now, all of our audio is just like one blob and we need to have like different speakers and show like subtitles for different speakers. So that way someone who is just listening to the meeting or like has the recording, you know what I'm saying? Like
They know who's speaking.
they know who's speaking.
Okay.
Like otherwise you can't parse out what actually happened in the meeting. It's just a blob.
Yeah.
So that's some sort of like microphone upgrade they needed to do anyway. So then I was like, oh, would that also make sense to do with like a audio upgrade? Would that make sense to like pair with the video upgrade where it would show like speaker by speaker as well? And then he said that actually this technology already, we have it on like stationary mode, but you could have it more on like pan tilt and it could like literally move to like each speaker. It would probably be a little chaotic and like is like one more element that could be broken. But I don't know. I'm still interested in
Yeah.
this. I think the ADA stuff will be really good though, because then when you download the transcript, that'll help everyone too.
Yeah. You've been talking about this for a while. And it'll be good.
It would be good. Yeah.
It's a little scary.
The little creepy,
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
creepy little videos. You're like, I feel like there was another random pet project in this vein of like how things are working behind the scenes, but I can't remember. Anyway.
I have a pet project for general.
Oh, good.
Accessibility that I'm assuming I can share.
Please.
So, I was thinking before I started as a counselor, I was thinking, oh, it would be cool as a counselor to have like open office hours every
Yes.
month. And so I reached out to Four Phantoms, who's in my precinct,
Mm.
to ask if like one Saturday a month I could have like a counselor's corner.
Oh my God.
And they were like, sure, send us a blurb and a picture and we'll put it in our events newsletter and we'll
Aw.
get, we'll put it on our social. And then I had the thought, well, it would be nice if it's not just me because I'm pretty new, I don't know all the answers. Also, to make it open to everyone, it might be nice to have other counselors there. So I was thinking initially at-large counselors
Mhm.
as like special guests each month,
Hmm.
but really it could be any counselor. But I reached out to John Garrett and he
Aw.
agreed to be my first special
Oh,
guest.
good.
So,
Wait, that's so good.
so yeah, so
And then we can be your next special guest.
actually Rachel Gordon already agreed to be.
Oh, right.
So I'll mix it up between other precincts.
Okay, we
and
can both go at the
at-large.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not, oh, no, shit, then we're form. Never mind. Okay, go.
Okay, one at a time. But yeah, it seemed like a very low-key way to just
Yeah.
offer constituents a way to chat.
That's so
and get to know
good.
people and support a local business.
Yes,
So,
I love that.
Yeah.
Very fun office hours.
Yeah.
Any other civic engagement and communications? That handbook, well,
oh,
that handbook,
yeah.
Where are we at with the handbook?
no progress, but I'm like, save it for the intern. Save it for the.
Or would it make sense, I know it would be an extra meeting, but to schedule an open
Yeah, we were gonna, I mentioned,
meeting,
yeah,
a workshop?
what you missed last time, Maisie, is that we were talking about like co-working on it in real time together. And we also were talking about like a school's guest meeting, like having the superintendent and school committee and like students and thinking about community engagement committee, third community engagement subcommittee, and then
Yeah.
thinking about like having like a student rep on stuff or what
Here.
potentially like a joint meeting with their community engagement. But that's okay. I think Sarah was going to follow up on that at some point. But yeah, the co-working was an idea. Could we choose a time to co-work potentially now? Otherwise, I like literally won't do it.
I mean, but it doesn't
Oh.
have to be.
It would have to be
Oh,
posted on the city calendar,
Yeah.
recorded. Hopefully, it would be boring. I
We
mean,
have to
like,
book the meeting room for
Yeah.
that time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
do you want to just do like another Monday, like 2 weeks from now or
Well,
something?
in my
Or-
understanding, the rooms, there's very limited.
Yeah,
um,
it's true.
Very, very, very limited,
Space.
space availability in evenings and probably during the
Oh.
day too. I mean, well,
Yeah,
also
this-
we can't, people work.
But could we ask Tammy for an initial list of like evenings that this room is free to start with?
There's nothing on Monday, the 31st. I feel like that's because it's like the 5th week of the month. So
Oh, yeah,
if you want to do Monday, the 31st
this.
to
this
co-work
very,
on the handbook,
Yeah.
is that okay to plan on that?
I believe I'm free. I
Okay.
can do that.
I kind of want to send this email before I leave, get it queued up, because if I don't do it now, then I'm worried I won't do it. Okay, I'm leaving it as a draft. And I will send that message and then she can send it out to the committee if we can. All right,
That would be 9:34, 8:31.
so did people like 6:30? Because it said nothing, no meeting anytime that day. So if we wanted to do earlier, I'm down also.
6:30 is I like 6:30, having a little more time.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
After.
work. It's,
Yeah, that's good for me.
okay. And so this would be open to the public,
Yeah,
open meeting.
it's an open meeting.
Workshop, the civics handbook. and-
I'm imagining we'll screen share it up
Mhm,
and we can discuss things and
mhm. I think that'd be super helpful because it's so hard to find
It's a
time to
behemoth.
work on it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if we're all in a room together, we can just go through it section by section
Yeah.
and have comments and.
Yeah.
That
And-
works too.
also, I feel like when Tammy was linking to the handbook, I don't know if she realized that it's actually like 50 pages long because she was just linking to the tab that was pulled up
Oh.
because there's like 4 or 5 tabs
Okay.
on the left. So
Mhm.
I'll maybe just make sure that all of the tabs get posted to the agenda
Mhm.
on the city calendar. I'll just mention that. Okay, so I need to do that. And then is that all on that for now? Engagement, communications, and handbook. I think those are all of the good next follow-up steps. Like
So,
I can nudge about the auto forwarding messages at some point. I'm like Ken talking about it in a meeting that Tammy then watches later via nudge. So lazy.
Self nudge.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tammy.
yeah.
All right. And then, yeah, anything else on that one, that bucket, before we go into the unhoused issues and recs?
That was, yeah.
Unhoused issues and recs. I feel terrible that I've really stalled out on this. It's so helpful having a committee and it's hard not having a committee. So,
Because you guys aren't meeting anymore.
yeah, we were dissolved.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, because it was like, oh, we have 51, let's like streamline it and it could be housed here, but it's like, no, we already have stuff here. So it's kind of
Oh.
hard to, anyway, it's also okay that it's dissolved because the work does carry on. Anyway, I'm just like I feel like I'm not really making that much progress on this right now. So I don't know what to
Well,
say.
what needs to happen? What are the action?
I think it's like every recommendation that we came up with at the end of December, just actually implementing them.
I see. Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
Mhm.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
But I talked to folks. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking to some folks who are just community members who want to help with implementing things like that. So I should pull them in and revisit it because I definitely need support. But yeah,
So that means like writing ordinances and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say that maybe it's too revealing. Never mind. I was going to say positive updates in the life of someone who was on the committee, who was unhoused. Leave
Yeah.
it at vague. So that's good. And I was helping her out. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Anything else that comes to mind about?
Yeah, I wasn't here for that, so I'm not familiar
yeah.
with any of
Did
that.
you get this presentation or see it?
Yeah, I think I scanned through it.
Okay, good.
Just looking at the agenda, but
Okay, great.
yeah, I'm not
Take
very
this,
familiar.
take this handout. I have this printed like multiple times.
Mhm.
I literally don't want this. So,
Yeah.
or I'll leave it here, maybe just out in the public. Yeah. The last page was all the recommendations, so this like zoning checklist
Okay.
and decrim and I mean, some of these things have happened.
Are any of these don't?
Rent control and rental registry. I mean, rent control didn't happen, I guess, in a way, but we could then reboot as like, but we're gonna see what happens with state legislature on that, but eventually we could like actually opt in locally, hopefully.
Mhm.
Yeah. the Affordable Housing Trust is on it too. So that one, I think it would be really good to bump.
Where is movable tiny houses?
That one was state law. I don't know what happened to that state law. I think legislative session was supposed to end, but then they like changed the rules so that way things can like keep going past the July 31st date or whatever. No, July 1st date. They used to be like, oh, you didn't make it, like stuff. So now I think even rent control and movable tiny houses are still being discussed as state law.
Okay.
There's also this other thing called like alternative. I'm actually would love to talk to you about this, but alternative housing development, something where if you build your home yourself, you don't need to be connected to sewer or septic. Like it's like alt part of, there's like in the sanitation code, which is shocking because I've always heard that that's not true, that you always have to be on sewer septic, even if you, I don't know. I'd have the part of the code. I almost want to, can I forward this to you? I'm like, I almost want to forward it to Michael Thoreau. It feels related to unhoused issues because it's like, oh, if you allow someone to be in like a permanent building, but sewer and septic are like the most expensive parts. So if you have a legal composting toilet, then the cost of being in a building is like plummets. If you're not connected. So I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that at all.
I don't think anyone's
Yeah.
doing it locally. The only people are doing it locally is like in Wendell, but like classic. But I think people could do it locally with, yeah, like because the thing is that it's harm reduction because it's like people are literally already living this way. So you could, make it so that it's up to a good standard.
I
'Cause we're
thought
like-
that composting toilets were illegal.
They are legal, but you like need that. My understanding was that you still need a septic leach field, but then you get reduced like half the size of the leach field. Or there's some reductions. Like you could even build, it makes it easier to build accessory dwelling units too. Like if you have your houses for 2 bedrooms or 3 bedroom septic capacity, but then you want to do an accessory dwelling unit with a composting toilet, then you could use your existing septic, not pay like whatever, like 15,000 for an upgrade. So it's a good strategy that's like not being used enough. And I feel like there's not enough awareness about it. And I feel like it relates to, affordability, environmentalism, and it's just like, how can you get the lowest cost of living that's still like habitable and safe?
So would you still have plumbing for like hand washing and cooking in the kitchen?
I think
Or is the idea that you don't have anything, you just,
I think maybe you would still want to, I don't know.
because that seems like you would still need a septic system to handle
Gray water.
Gray water, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what it says about gray water. I think gray water regulations are really not where they're supposed to be at either. I think you basically can't do like, my understanding, so that's why I was confused with this alternative sanitation code. But my understanding was that you can't do gray water plus composting toilet plus like, I don't know. I actually know someone who works at FERCog, so I was just going to send it to them and ask them to look it over too.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious about this. That's kind of all I have, basically, research project. But other folks are working on it too. I know someone who, like Rich Earth Institute in Brattleboro, and does like urine recycling, and this person who works for like backyard ADUs and the Mass Clean Energy Center is like big on like ADUs that are using like urine diversion, composting toilets. Anyway, the regulations are not where they could be. But, and I feel like it would help people. Yeah. I also had a good, I don't know. I don't really have that. Yeah, I think everything's happening slowly.
Yeah.
Really slow. I was
Yeah.
hopeful that things would happen I was like, oh, we put these recommendations, we'll do them within 6 months. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then I was like 1 year and now I'm like,
Oh.
oh God, my entire council term,
Right.
probably.
Mhm.
I mean, isn't the overnight public land hours, isn't that in the works?
I drafted some stuff, but I haven't gotten it reviewed. I have to get it reviewed by Christy and the
Uh-huh.
Chief Strahan and
Okay.
Chief Dodge, so
Yes, but slowly.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's how it goes.
projects. It's honestly helpful even just talking about it right now. I'm like,
Mhm.
it helps make those connections of like inching things along. It's crazy how much like even just other people experiencing whatever, being in it feels helpful.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for working on
Oh,
this.
totally.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the free fridge also stalled out with that one too. To get things going.
Yeah.
All right. Um, that's all I got. Do you all have anything you want to add? We could adjourn early. It's the phone's dead and computer's not working, so I don't know.
Before we, just getting back to the free fridge.
Yeah.
Because that came before EDC.
Yeah.
And you weren't there to talk about it with.
Oh,
And so, because we had some questions.
oh, okay.
Like,
I should
for-
watch that back then.
Yeah, so like one thing we're thinking of, because there's concerns trying to add it into the roadside farm stands. So the idea came up, it might make more sense to make it its own separate use.
Mhm.
So then you can address it very specifically in terms
Yeah.
of like conditions and standards and
Yeah.
requirements, and then it's a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
The roadside stand thing can, like, there's less concern about what that's trying to do. It seemed like there were specific concerns around a refrigerator that would have refrigeration and potentially perishable food items and potentially being visited 24/7 and potential liability to the city, or concerns about residents who might be living nearby, so that it might make for sense to have that as a specific use with specific conditions versus a road, like someone who just has a table with vegetables out in front of their house, which doesn't have all those concerns.
Yeah.
So that was the main suggestion, I think, that we had, is like, could this be an option for how to move this forward?
Yeah.
So
So
Non-refrigeration, is that? I didn't quite understand what was the recommendation?
to have the free fridge as a specifically defined use that is basically a free refrigerator to provide food
Oh,
and
okay.
supplies for the homeless.
my issue with that is that then that's making the distinction class, because it's like, oh, okay, if it's free versus paid, then we're defining use zoning by who's going there. So to me, it works if it's based on refrigeration or not
Oh, I
refrigeration,
see. Okay.
but not on like, yeah, like
Yes.
poverty.
Uh-huh.
So that I'm okay with. And then we were talking about like, maybe it could be like site plan review, but I think that I still think that's like really overkill, because site plan review is like Starbucks going in, or like, I don't know, or I guess maybe for
Mhm.
special permit. I don't know. When you go through site plan review, it's like a whole alphabet list of things and nothing is on this scale. So I basically feel pretty stymied, because I'm just like, this needed to happen like years ago, and it should have just happened. And now that we're trying to do it legally the right way, it's actually like killing the project.
Yeah.
So I'm like not really sure. I'm like, I don't want to do site plan review, but that seems to be the way that the building commissioner and planner and planning board, and it seems to be the way that folks feel comfortable with doing it, like above board. So I guess if that's the way that it has to be, then it can be that way. But I just feel like this has been an endeavor in bureaucracy, like
Yeah.
being bad for like actually just someone needs to eat. Like, it's pretty simple. But then there's like hangups, which are reasonable.
How do they do it in Shelburne Falls?
It's no other town has done anything with their zoning. Like, it's literally just, or is regulating it. Like Worcester has like a whole network and they're not regulating it with their health or building and
Yeah, they
and
just put them in.
Turner's Falls just put it in. Then the health inspector was like, you need a thermometer in there. And they're like, okay, great. It's like, I mean, Shelburne Falls had the most regulation and they got a health permit. So
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like whatever we're doing here is not, I think it's not good. Like, I think it's, yeah, I don't know how to deal with this,
Yeah.
but I personally feel like, yeah, I'm not sure how to move it forward in a way that everyone can feel good about, because yeah, it's just a bummer. I wish I could just, I think yeah. I'm like, apparently the way we're setting up laws is so that it should just, like, we're almost making it so hard to do something legally the right way. We're just like making it so it's like has to be an unregulated thing. Does that make
Yeah,
sense? We're like, oh, okay,
absolutely.
this is just too hard to do legally. We
Right.
just have to ignore it that this happens,
Right.
and we'll let it happen, but we can't let it be a legal thing. It
Mhm.
almost feels like what's going on. But anyway, that's whatever this is. That's an update. That's an update.
Yeah, thanks for the update.
Yeah.
I will work on it, but it feels demoralizing.
Yeah, I know.
Especially when I'm like literally supporting people who are like, I'm like, oh, you need food today. So I'm like, okay. It feels hard to like focus on like, you know, a thing
Yeah.
that would be like a little bit more, less short term.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty. Shall we adjourn our meeting?
Motion to adjourn the meeting?
Oh, perfect. Second. All in favor. That's
No, we're
everybody.
so big.
Yeah, no, we were